And going live.
We're live?
We are live.
Nice.
Let's see if we get some sound checks, live checks. Let everyone file in. File in, everyone. File in. Hello, hello, hello. Hi from Illinois. Hi from Oregon. All over North Dakota. Good.
Every
PA.
time I do a live, I'm so scared to read the live chat and then
Why?
because I'm gonna be like, oh, thanks for
Yeah.
and then I don't know their name.
Okay, so Jennifer got her bird feeder. Awesome. I love it. Jennifer, I hope you love it as well. Okay, we are Laura. Can you shut that door for me, baby girl? I guess I have all the kids.
I'm going outside.
Okay. All right. Laura's going outside. Okay, so we are live. Everyone is here. I see everyone. I have Connor with me. Steph is here, but right before the live started, we had someone coming that wanted to give us a quote on the concrete slab.
I'm just filling in.
For the barn, which we'll talk about the barn. Talk about the barn in a little bit. But Connor is here, so how's your day going, Connor?
It's going great.
Going great?
Came back from Longhorn Letters with Lex.
Yeah, Connor just got back from spending some time at Longhorn Lester's, hanging out with Lex.
And I just scheduled 7 videos. So it's going to be good.
Connor has 7 videos. Okay, so Connor, we start our lives with good things. You know about good things.
I know about
Connor knows all about good things because we start our dinner with good things and everything we do with good things here at the Denman Homestead.
Oh, no. The reason why I can only see the top of my head is because I am that short.
It's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit.
Okay, so in the comments, and if you're watching this later, in the chat, but if you're watching this later in the comments, please let us know what your good thing is. Something good going on in your life. It can be a big good thing, a small good thing, whatever it is, just something good. Connor, start us off. What you got?
My good thing is that I went to Longhorn Lester's. I had a great time over there. It was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Great time at Longhorn Lester's. That is a good thing. Well, I'm going to, I guess, I don't know if Steph wanted to use this as her good thing, but she's not here, so I'm just going to use this as our good thing. We finally bought a barn. Oh my gosh.
Yes!
How many years have we been wanting to get a barn? Oh man, it has been 8 years in the making at least, just trying to figure out how we were going to be able to get one, where we were going to get one, how much it was going to cost, all of that stuff. Oh man, guys, I'm telling you, when we went into the metal building shop, and they started throwing out these numbers like $55,000, $35,000. I was like, no way. I know things have gotten expensive. Everything is more expensive, and it seems like it just keeps getting more expensive every day. But I'm like, there's no way that we priced out a barn and it was around $15,000 for everything we wanted, and then all of a sudden these barns are $55,000. But apparently, those were like fancy pants barns. Those had all kinds of things in them that we did not want or need. We didn't want anything special. So we ended up showing the plans of what we had originally found. What's going on? Yeah, Luna can be in here. Can you shut that door for me, girl? Thank you. Okay. It's kind of a mess right now. I just got all these kids running around. I don't even know what they're doing. I
don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing?
Then this guy tells us, he's like, well, it happens to be 40% off of the buildings today. And we show him our plans, and it, it did get more expensive, but 40% off. I was not prepared to pull the trigger on a barn, but we did it. We did it, and it's nerve wracking and it's exciting. And oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I know one thing that Alora is going to want in that barn.
For what? Oh my god!
Yeah, she's.
I'm just gonna steal Amy because Bria has Barbie.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna want a horse for sure. Maybe 2 horses. Who knows? But yeah, so super excited. That's my good thing. That's just pulling the trigger on the barn. Man, Jennifer says productive weekend, beautiful weather on October 1st. So it's still hot here. It's still like, I think it was 95 today, but I was just looking at the weather and holy moly, October 7th, high of 81, and Sunday, October 8th, high of 80. That's what we have coming for us next weekend. Wow. Like, finally, I am ready for that. Steph, someone asked where Steph was. A couple people asked where Steph was. Steph is actually outside wrapping up talking to a contractor right now that was going to give us a bid on the coming to give us a bid on doing the slab for the barn, because that's the next step, and we gotta get going on it pretty quickly. So I pointed out. Jamie is here, and she said start taking feet pics, and we'll be fine. So, Jamie, it may come to that. I know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's gonna not my feet. It's gonna be Steph's feet.
What?
I'm just kidding, Connor. Yeah, it's not happening. Jeez.
Good.
I got Connor freaking out over here. Oh man, Jennifer says they're going to be in the 60s. Yeah, the 80s is just great. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Okay. All right. What we have on the list. So we want to talk about the barn. And I know Steph wanted to be here for the barn, but I'm sure she'll probably pop in here pretty soon. The barn is going to be 35 feet long and 39 feet wide. So it's pretty big. It is pretty big. The guy did say when he was talking to us, he said that, and I agree. He said he's never had anyone come back and say, man, I wish I had built this barn smaller, which makes sense. Everyone just says, I wish I would have built it a little bit bigger. We had kind of a panic moment, really, when it came down. Like, we signed the paperwork and paid the down payment and all of that kind of stuff, and then got home and realized that when they had transferred the original plans that we came up with into the new system to give us the new pricing, they messed up on the measurements, and they made it only 25 foot long, which will not even hold the RV, because part of the barn is parking the RV in it. So we had to we tried calling them. They didn't answer. We had to jump in the car and haul butt back there and tell them, hey, there was a mistake. So they got that fixed, and then we ended up going a little bit bigger than we were originally going to do. Can you shut that door for me, baby girl?
Yeah, where's that Shirley temples? Oh, the grenadine?
The grenadine to make your Shirley temples. I'm not sure where it's at. Somewhere in there.
On my counter.
Thank you, Jamie. Jamie says she is super excited for us. Man, we are so excited. I cannot wait to be able to have kind of like a garage back, because also part of it is kind of becoming our new garage. But the real exciting part is that one whole half of the barn is going to be a livable space, kind of like what you would imagine like a mother-in-law suite being. And that's going to have, we're planning on doing that with like a kitchenette, a bathroom, the works basically. But also one section, one part of it that we really wanted to do, we've been wanting to do it for a while, is that Steph started with her podcast. And we found out real quickly, I think, when Steph was doing solo podcasts, when she was just talking by herself into the mic, that mic right there behind me, like when she's just sitting on her computer and talking to the mic and doing the podcast, sounded great. Everything worked well. It was awesome. But then we went to have our first like guest on the podcast, which was Pawpaw. And I tried to like throw together this, it was going to be Pawpaw and Steph, and they were just talking about bees, right? And if you follow Pawpaw's page, you may have seen a video that he uploaded for it. But they were talking about bees, and Steph was talking about all the things that she's learned from him for beekeeping and things like that. That was a nightmare. And the sound quality was horrible. Microphone, we were doing it in the kitchen, and like sound was bouncing off of everything. So we wanted to do a legit area where we could have like a little mini podcast studio and have everything the way we wanted it. The microphones, all that stuff. We could have guests. We could do guests on the podcast without having to throw things together. And that's one part of that like livable space that's in the barn. So I'm really excited about that. Look who's here!
I'm filling in for you. You're filling in for me? Okay. Yeah, but
Thank you, Connor. You did great.
can only see my head.
My co-host. Steph is here.
Wet hair.
All right.
Alrighty. Whole family's here.
I know. The whole family has
It's been a little bit of a...
Peace out, chat.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll recap with you.
Okay.
We did good things.
Okay.
Do you have a good thing? Do you want to throw in there real quick? Can't use the barn, so use it.
Well, that's not nice. A good thing. Can I use a barn too?
Sure, go for it.
It's like
I knew you were
the
gonna
highlight
want
of my
Yeah,
whole
that's all right.
year. So yes, the barn is my good thing today.
So what we're talking about right now was the layout, or the things we were going to do, we were going to be able to do with a livable space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just talked about how it was kind of built like a mother-in-law suite,
Mhm.
but I was going over the pains that we had with the podcast and with the guests, with Pawpaw being our first guest and how that went. So
Yeah.
I was talking about how we were going to be able to utilize that and get the podcast up and running off the ground.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
When we calculated the square footage today of the livable space, it was more space than what we lived in the camper when we built this house. Did you know that?
Yeah. When you said that just now, you're right.
Yeah. Because we had about 350 square feet living in the camper.
Yeah.
And now so I was trying to think, like, is it going to be big enough to be like a little studio apartment, like 400 and something square feet? But I think it is, because plenty of people do. And no one's going to be living there full time. It'll just be somewhere extra that like friends or family can stay if they want to. It'll be your office space, but also a kitchenette for like canning and beer brewing and stuff that we can do inside. Because, him having to brew beer outside in the summertime is brutal. And I don't know, it's just going to be a really cool like crafting area.
Yeah.
And all that.
It is. Yes, you did. Your phone's up there.
Oh, thank you.
It is going to be awesome. And then we've got the whole other side of it that will be basically our garage. And
Yeah.
Maybe a stall.
Yeah. So we can actually park our cars in the garage now.
Yeah, we'll be able to put our cars in the garage.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the RV, we'll finally have cover for the RV. RV's just been parked outside in the weather
Mm-hmm.
since we've had it. So it'll be really nice to have a place to put it. And we're going to have the like RV electric, like the plug and everything ran out there. So it's kind of going to be like 2 livable spaces if you think about it inside the barn, because the RV will be in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I'm just
Speaking
so
of
excited.
the RV, Jamie just messaged me today asking if we could plan a double like date type thing with her and Lester, because they're now having to go like plan their RV stuff too.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, let's plan a trip together, like now that we're both RVers.
Yes,
So that'd be kind of cool to plan.
very cool. I love going places in the RV. One of my favorite things.
Kat from Illinois wants to know how the pear wine is doing. It's still conditioning. It's in the secondary conditioner, so it's just whenever we get around to bottling it, we could probably taste test it now if we wanted to.
Probably could, yeah.
Yeah, or drink it now. But
Yeah.
we kind of messed up on the pear wine because we did not take an initial reading.
Yeah, we're not gonna have an ABV.
Yeah, we're just gonna like figure it out as we
Yeah.
drink it. How
Yeah.
strong it is, because we forgot to do the initial reading, so we don't know technically how strong it is, but
Yeah.
based on our other wines, it's probably anywhere between like 12 and 18%. I would have to guess.
Oh man,
Oh,
that mug.
yeah.
Such a treasure that we found.
Yeah.
Just laying in the dirt out there. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. Okay, so anything else about the barn?
No, not really. I'm just super excited about it. And the guy, before I forget, the guy said, did you tell me we were out getting quotes? Okay.
Mhm.
So the guy said that it would take him about 2 to 3 days to complete it, and then we would not be able to build on it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
I know it takes time to cure. The thicker it is, the
Yeah.
longer it takes.
And he wants to like do beams inside of it and everything because we're driving up in it to not crack it. And I'll talk to you about that later.
All right, cool. Well, the next thing that we have on the list to talk about is the garden.
Oh,
And there are 2 giant piles of mulch out there next to our garden right now.
mm-hmm.
How long will it take to build the barn itself? 2 days. They said maybe 1, but probably 2.
Yeah,
2 days, guys.
I know.
That's crazy.
But then the fun part starts of actually like finishing out the interior.
Yeah.
Like actually making that livable space, which I'm so excited to get Kim involved, Daniel involved. Pawpaw's going to be like overseeing everything, I'm sure. But we've got a lot of knowledgeable carpenter builder people on the hill that's going to help us make that a really cool space. And someone asked about the colors. It's going to be black and white.
It's going to match our house.
It's going to match, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be...
Can you pull it up and show them in the email?
Can I don't know. It might take a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But it will be white roof, white barn, essentially, black trim,
I have it over here.
and then the bottom, it'll be like kind of wrapped in a bottom thing of black. So
Let me show you.
black and white.
And these are mini pictures, but this is what it's going to look like here. Let me see. You see it?
Yeah, that's it. RV will be in the middle.
Yeah. So this little one, this is like the apartment area where there's a door to lead to it, and this center section is where the RV pulls through, and this garage door is where we'll like pull through with the lawnmower and golf cart and stuff. But it's black and white. Like what you see on here is what it's going to look like because we want it to match the house. So
Yeah, and it's going to be right next to the house.
Yeah.
Right behind it.
right behind it. So I think it'll look nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to look really, really nice.
I'm struggling. So the garden, yeah.
The garden.
2 huge piles of mulch because it's out of control with the walkway and the weeds and grass. So what we're going to do is we've started to clear out those walkways, and we're going to lay down some weed barrier, and then we're going to cover it with mulch. And hopefully that will solve, Because we tried the cardboard thing, we tried the hay thing on top of the cardboard thing, and it worked for a little bit, and then until it didn't. Like, it just was.
Now, what's funny about it now is that we put the mulch down, and then the grass just started becoming like a carpet on top of it. So this morning when we're out there working, it's not putting its roots in the ground. It's just a mat.
It's easy to pull up. Like, you can like just rip them up, and they just kind of like weirdly pull up because there's nothing really that they can like dig deep into.
Yeah.
But still, it's just like it's a battle that I wasn't super prepared for with that massive garden, and I don't want it to be an eyesore, especially for like if it was just our family, I could probably like deal with it.
Yeah.
But so many people live around us and up and down the driveway, and it's like the first thing you see, and I just want it to look nice. So.
Yeah. It will look, I think, much better. What is this thing that keeps there's like a filter on your face.
A filter on my face?
It was on mine for a second, and then I just saw it swap to yours. What is happening? Oh.
It's touching up my appearance? Do I need it?
Take
it off!
Let's just turn this off. There's some new setting apparently on the camera that says
maybe turn it back on.
Touch up your appearance. That was weird.
Yeah. It's making me all glowy.
Okay, so the plan is that the walkways will now be with the weed barrier, like the weed fabric, and then the mulch, the brown mulch on top of that. And we're just going to keep at it, guys. We have to get these fall plants in the ground.
Yeah, because you saw them just a second ago when I watered them.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're
ready to plant.
They're climbing out of the Rubbermaid green totes.
And I talked about it before you got in here, but next weekend we're in the 80s.
Like low 80s, like 81, 80.
Yes.
Like low in the high 50s for the lows.
Mm-hmm.
High 50s for the lows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my goal is to not, like, you think about like maybe pulling everything up and tilling it and putting it back down, but my goal is to be able to leave the watering system that I put in the ground there while we do these changes for the fall garden. I would love for it to look nice and not have to take all that stuff down because, man, that was a job. Mm-hmm. That irrigation system was a job, and I would like to leave it there for the fall garden.
What we will probably end up tilling up with Pawpaw's tractor or Lester's or whoever's will let me borrow it is the pumpkin patch, corn patch area.
Yeah. Because
there's nothing in the ground over there and I only have one pumpkin plant.
But what we found out during this garden year was that sorghum rocked and rolled.
Sorghum and loofah. I was like, we could.
Lord. Loofah. Guys, we're leaving our loofah and we're gonna let it go through the dead of winter. Like,
we're just gonna see what happens.
I want to see what kills loofah because I honestly don't think anything will.
Yeah.
I think it's unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
In the dead of summer, 115 degrees, everything just burnt to a crisp, and loofah's like bright green, putting off flowers, stretching out across the garden. I was amazed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Buddy was telling me the other day, like, if all else fails, we will just have like a legit cash crop. We could
we'll be a loofah farm.
We'll be a loofah farm and only grow loofahs, and we could totally, because they thrive, and I don't know how it stayed green throughout the drought. Didn't need any water. It just did it, and so that was pretty cool.
And the flowers are massive. The bees love it. Especially the loofah is actually back there by the bees, kind of. It's pretty close to the beehives, and when you walk in the loofah dome, you hear.
Oh, it's buzzing.
It's just like because the bees just love the loofahs.
Yeah.
And it's just so awesome that it worked out so well.
Yeah. I just planted in my side backyard garden where the herbs were some Brussels sprouts that Jamie gave me. So I'm starting to work in that yard. I'm starting to work on that side of the yard and digging up all that from the sunflowers and everything. So I'm slowly replanting over there for the fall as well. I don't think I'll do fall herbs, but I'll probably just do some planting over there for the fall.
Yeah. I mean, there's something over there already, right?
The Brussels sprouts.
The Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, that Jamie gave me.
Yeah.
So, and then I started some too in my greenhouse.
Mm-hmm. Can't have enough Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Someone mentioned way earlier when we were talking about the barn that the barn would be a good place for me to start my seeds too.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
So I could maybe make a little section for greenhouse.
We're already running out of room, guys. The thing hasn't even been built and we're out of room.
I know.
We'll just have a greenhouse inside of it.
Or we could build like a lean-to greenhouse off of it. You know those
Yes,
side,
we could do that.
the side of
we
the
legit could do that.
Yeah.
Because it's close enough to the garden, you'd be like right there
Ooh,
next to
on
everything.
the back side of it.
Yeah, but then you're cutting into the garden to give up some garden space.
No, in that little lane where the mulch is.
I guess if you do it small.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Man,
I have all the ideas.
we will run out of space in this barn. I mean, at least it'll be great for a while, like at least 1 week.
Mhm.
It'll be awesome.
Debbie says, I need to make loofah soap. Guess what, Debbie?
Wow, Debbie, well,
You're late to the game.
she did make loofah soap.
I made loofah soap and my family's using it right now.
I use it every day.
I cut off the ends to like make them like the ones that I'm going to sell. So I cut them off, making them look like really neat and nice. And then I stack together all of the ends in one big mashed loofah soap chunk. And it's in my shower right now. And it is no joke, my favorite soap I've ever made ever.
Oh, yeah.
And this is my first year to make it because this is the first year I've ever grown loofahs too. And I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait to share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
I do need a greenhouse just like Jamie's, but that...
One thing at a time, guys. We got to get this barn out of the way. We're just going to be broke for a long time.
Yep.
Then maybe a greenhouse.
So, maybe next year we'll have another goal of that. But yeah, this one's gonna... I'm gonna have to sell some... I was like, what can I sell around the house to help? Really, like, you know, I mean, we've been talking about this for 8 years now, and it just so happened that we pulled over on the side of the road to just look again for like the bazillionth time. And the guy's like, yeah.
40% off.
And I was like,
Who would have known?
God, is that you? Like,
Take an extra 5% off if you want it to be seafoam green.
yeah. I didn't really...
They had like a special deal for different paints, I guess, that weren't
Metal
selling.
colors, yeah.
Metal colors that weren't selling well. You could get an additional 5% off, but one of them was not bad. One of them was like a gray color.
like a light gray, but I still was like sold on.
And we did tell everyone. Someone commented on our video yesterday wanting to know if we told everyone about the deal. We did. We talked about it to Daniel,
We told everyone
Bree,
today.
and Jake. Well, we told everyone, yeah, but Daniel, Bree, and Jake were really like.
They're going to go
interested.
tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, they want to go, and because you can still get the deal.
And the guy, Audie,
Mhm.
from they're not Leland's anymore.
No, they're
What
not.
are they called?
Pro something.
Pro Structures in New Caney. That's where we went to. Pro Structures.
Pro structures.
But Audie was our guy. Audie and James
Mm-hmm.
or Jason.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Anyway, they're spectacular. They were awesome. But they said that they also can all over Texas, but Louisiana and Oklahoma too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for a barn or metal building or a carport or whatever.
We were there on the last day of 40% off.
Mhm.
It was their September sale. Very last day of September, we happened to be there. But in October, they were doing a 35% off, but you could get an additional 5%. You could get back to that 40 if you wanted to go with one of those colors that.
And Daniel said
that they
he
were
didn't
trying
care.
to sell. Yeah, Daniel's like, gray's perfect.
Yeah.
If I get 5% off and go with a gray,
Mhm.
and gray is very neutral, so lots of people go with that.
Yeah.
But some of the other ones were like greens and blues that I'd imagine probably people don't do a lot of barns or metal buildings in. But yeah, so that was cool. We were talking about the garden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got sidetracked because of greenhouse stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else in the garden?
Just that we have, a ton of work to do.
Yes, we
Found a dead chicken in my garden.
Yes. Yeah, there was a dead chicken.
Y'all, chickens are so easy to kill. They kill themselves. They literally kill themselves. You don't even have to kill it. They will kill. They will just.
Yeah. I think a chicken got out and got scared by something or spooked by something, and it squished itself in between an area of the chicken coop next to the garden, and it got stuck.
Yeah, and it just was upside down in the grass, dead.
I think we found it right after.
Right after, because it wasn't like there wasn't anything missing from it. There were no feathers. It was all intact. Like normally, if like something's gonna get it, it'll like pull its head off or whatever, eat at it, and feathers are everywhere. No, it was completely just upside down and dead. And an egg was right next to it. So I think she probably had some sort of like panic attack or heart attack because they do that. They can just straight up die.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like.
Well, the space that she got into, we're gonna try and see if we can get something to block that area. We've had some chickens kind of try and squeeze themselves into some weird places in the past, but we've just reached in there and grabbed them and pulled them back out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
but they can like get in, but then they don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, that's frustrating. So next on the list is the Etsy store.
Oh yeah, I'm stressed. I am so stressed. I'm just trying so hard to.
She has been working nonstop on these Etsy store products.
Yeah.
I'll come home and she's like, got the sewing machine in the kitchen and she's like sewing patterns and filling rice, like dropping rice into rice bags. And yeah.
I just want to have enough. Like, I don't know if I'm going to have too much, enough, what, not enough. And I don't know. I'm just like stressing over it. But at least like once it's out, which is going to be, I'm aiming for the middle of October. So maybe like the 15th ish, I'll make an announcement though, whenever it's open.
Yeah. It will be very limited, guys.
It's going to be limited because I'm only one person right now. I don't know. And this is what I was telling Buddy. I don't know what people are going to want more of. Like, I don't know if it's going to be the soaps or the honey stuff or the heating pad stuff or the beeswax wraps or like, so I'm just going to have to see what goes. And then of course, once stuff starts selling out, that's when I'm going to know, okay, this is what I need to make more of ASAP.
We're going to throw it all out there.
Yeah.
So everything that you have watched Steph make a video on up to this point.
Well, that's not true.
Well, I'm talking about okay. Yeah. No. I should have said that because that list is way too much.
Yeah.
The bulk of
a lot of the things.
Yeah. Will be available in a very limited supply. We're not going to launch the Etsy store until we have like a decent amount of stock in things.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what we will do.
Yeah.
We will play around and see what the demand is. Mm-hmm. I'd imagine that it's probably going to go pretty quickly though. So when we make our announcement, if you have been wanting to grab something, please try and do it as quick as possible.
Oh, can I tell you what I did buy today when we went to Hobby Lobby? That I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to make it for the store. I made those like salves. Is it called salves? Because someone told me I'm not supposed to pronounce the L or something. Salve? Salve?
I've always said a salve.
Salve, right? Yeah. Like the topical salve. So I made the eucalyptus one, which is kind of like a homemade Vicks vapor rub. And then I also made the calendula. Yeah, not calendula, but calendula salve. Where, for like topical salve. Salve? Charlie says salve. The calendula one for like bites, scrapes, burns, the healing ointment. But today I found citronella oil. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to make an all natural bug repellent.
Yeah.
Salve.
Salve. I think everyone is saying salve.
Salve.
Now we have some salves.
Okay. I'm an RN. The L is silent. Okay. Salve.
Salve.
In the UK, they say salve. Where I live, they don't pronounce. Okay, so salve. I'm gonna make a citronella oil salve.
There you go. Or salve if you're in the UK.
I don't know, because they said we're in the UK, and then she spelt it out salve. So you don't really know because the L could be silent.
Yeah, no L like in salmon.
Ooh, that's
the salmon fish.
The salmon. You're gonna trigger some people. It's
not salmon, guys. It's salmon. I know. Okay. Don't hate me.
Yeah. So the Etsy store is coming up, and I'm so excited about it. And I've gotten a lot of questions about the Etsy store. Can I ship
ointment? Yeah, I like that.
Ointment.
Becky says ointment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
There are ointments coming.
Mm-hmm. Etsy allows to ship internationally. I mean, it's an option. Whenever I set up my store, it was shipping internationally, so I should be able to ship internationally.
Yep.
I don't see why not. It might cost a little bit more. I'm not sure. I don't know. We're gonna have to cross that bridge when we get there. So.
Oh, before you got here, Jennifer Morrow said that she got her birdhouse.
They did the bird feeder.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, I forgot to say about that.
Yeah.
If you missed it on the last live, we gave away 3 bird feeders with the cameras in them, and they are so cool, guys. Yeah. So cool. Yeah. You can just spend your entire day watching those birds.
Yeah, go back to our last live, and I'm sure you can copy that promo code to get your extra $50 off.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, you have everything written down. That covered my topics.
No, there's one more.
The fall collection?
Yeah. Didn't we need to remind everyone that we have a fall collection in the store?
Are you talking about the merchandise?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Did we already say it in a live?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I must have
spaced out?
Yeah. I didn't realize that, but I guess maybe we said it in a live already. But we do have a fall. If you go to thedenmanhomestead.com and you go to the shop, we have fall collection.
It's just the clothing. It's not the actual products. That's just a.
Yeah. This is just the clothing. Some fall designs that are out there.
Yeah.
And there's a Christmas one.
Inspired by Molly.
Yeah, the Molly inspired Christmas shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Which Molly's getting big.
She's so big. Yeah.
She's been hanging out in our pasture behind the bees lately.
Yeah. Every time I pass her, I'm like, she grew a foot.
Yes. Oh, hey, look. I was talking to Daniel about this. Guys, let's talk about this. Let's just have a chat real quick about this app that Daniel... I told Daniel about it.
Can I have that?
Yes. So this app is called Merlin. If you love birds, okay, download this app and select the region that you live in. You'll download a little package for the region that you live in. And just turn it on. Go outside, sit down, have some coffee, turn it on, and let it tell you. It'll pick up all the bird sounds.
It's free.
It's free, yes. And it will tell you what the bird is. And it is so awesome and spot on. And I was telling Daniel about it. So one of my coworkers told me about it. I downloaded it. I was blown away. I talked about it in one of our videos. And then I told Daniel about it. And Daniel was kind of in shock about how well it worked. And he apparently just recently talked about it on a video as well. So, I mean, what happened?
She has a stick sticking out of her foot.
Wait, what?
Yes, a stick sticking out of her foot. Let me just get it.
A splinter or a...
It's literally like a twig.
Yikes.
Can I pull it, please?
No, I need to.
Anyway.
Okay. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, so back to Merlin. It's free. I see people asking how much is it. We don't have any affiliation with it. I just thought it was awesome, and when I find things that are awesome, I want to tell the world about it. But yeah, I know there's been a lot of comments about the prom. I don't have clothes for prom. I have not done a promposal video.
Nope. I've given up.
We'll see.
I would just be fine with you just coming as Highboy Cowboy.
Highboy Cowboy, maybe so. But yeah, so the Merlin app, check that out. If you love birds.
Is the children's book y'all are writing going to be in the Etsy store? No.
Mm-mm.
We're still working on it. Actually, I've been in contact with an illustrator working on that. It's going to take a lot longer than anticipated. So,
Brenda put on here, Brenda put in here denmanhomestead.com. It's actually the denmanhomestead.com. So the same as the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, it's got that "the" in there. So the denmanhomestead.com.
Got it out? See, look.
Wow, yeah.
Oops.
Now it's on the ground. It'll be in my foot.
I'll have to vacuum that.
Yeah,
Okay,
so...
shut the door, baby. It's loud.
What were we talking about? Prom? Oh, no, the denmanhomestead.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is true. The clothing is not available on Etsy. Our clothing is only available on our website.
Yeah, because we use Spreadshirt to make those.
Yeah, download it. Download Merlin. It's cool. The children's book is kind of like a big endeavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to.
I started writing a version. Buddy was reviewing it, looking at it, giving me his input. It's just a lot, especially because it's kind of based off of Buddy's life. Have we even talked about? I know we talked about it, but have we really talked about it?
No, we haven't talked about it.
Should we talk about it? Give
But we're still up in the air about everything right now. I don't want to say something that's not.
We're not. I mean, there's a theme.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a theme of adventures.
Yeah, it's like a child's series adventure book.
Right, like adventures that you go on as the reader or as the kid reading it, but each one with a lesson,
right.
Like a life lesson, something that you just learn.
Yeah.
And the adventures and the characters and the adventures all kind of tie into the life lesson, and that's we just want we're still very early stages, guys, on the children's book, but yes,
I've got a few volumes written.
Yeah.
But we just need to, I've been kind of interviewing a few illustrators, and it's I've never published a book before, and now it's easy because you can self-publish, but if you guys know any illustrators, the way it works is there's illustrators that want royalties, or there's illustrators that just want a flat fee, or there's illustrators that it's just very particular with the artist.
Right.
And I can paint a parrot on a piece of cardboard, but I am nowhere near a book illustrator, right?
Yeah.
So it's just we've got a lot of it down. We just need to kind of piece it together now.
And we want all of your favorite characters from the family in the book. We want Paw Paw in the book. We want Levi in the book.
Mm-hmm.
We want my mom and Lester and Jamie, and we want everyone in the kids' book, little characters inside of it, and I think it'll be super cool.
And because it is a children's book series based on hidden lessons, I'm really we wrote one about Levi, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Levi is autistic and special needs. So it's going to be a really great book for parents who are expecting a special needs child to read to an older sibling, to deal with, to process your brother's special or your sister's special or whatever that might be, because Buddy dealt with, firsthand, went through that. And so he has an insight on how to explain that and where parents may be in a situation where they're, they've never had to have that conversation with a child before. So coming from a little book, a little children's book, about a special needs little brother or sister.
Yeah.
Those are just like some of the examples of like what you can expect on like those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool.
Yes. Kay says, yeah, he's actually just been sending me some this afternoon. He wants to do a more formal, polished intro. Bless his heart. Because.
Oh, it's going to blow up. I'm providing the guitar track.
He is. Buddy's been recording guitar for his intro.
I'm providing the guitar track for Pops.
And I'm going to just piece it all together for him and do some photos that he likes. And I'll probably throw in some videos because he's just been kind of sending me some pictures that he's taken around the farm. But I'm going to make it really nice and special for him and put it all together for him. So, yes,
Yeah.
Kay. That's happening too, on top of everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, the Merlin app is free. It's created by Cornell University. Thank you, Jenna. I know there's a bunch of people asking about the price on the app. It is free, and it is cool. But yeah, so I'm recording. Pawpaw wants an acoustic.
No.
Oh, don't give it away.
No, let him have his little debut.
Okay, I'll let him have his debut.
Yeah, we're not going to take that from him.
I just say stuff, guys.
You do. I gotta sometimes.
People, you gotta rein me in because I'll just say stuff.
What
I
did
don't know
I did
what's a
something-
secret and what's not a secret.
I stopped you the other day from something.
Or just crawl in the room.
Yeah, she did. Today's a hot mess express.
Oh, good job at being sneaky, baby girl.
Won't be a horse.
I had to stop you from saying something the other day. I feel like I was like having to like.
I have no idea.
Oh, it was on our D&D game last night.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Even in our D&D game, I was like, no, we don't talk about that. You're gonna get us killed.
Papa talked about it in his last video. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's out there though.
Yeah, I don't either. So better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working on it. Why are my hens not laying? Actually, I get about 3 eggs a day.
Yeah.
So they're starting to pick up, and they're tiny little bitty eggs. One of them was a giant egg, but I think that was Lottie's.
Mm-hmm.
She's been laying for a little bit, but
Yeah,
she
Lottie's
stopped
been
during the like really bad heat wave.
Yeah.
So she started laying again, but now I'm getting these tiny little eggs, and I think they're just now maturing. Just now, I mean, because they hatched in February, and we're all the way in October. That was a long time to wait.
Yeah. Are we doing
Thank you.
beeswax wraps for the Etsy store?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Those are so cool, guys. I love the beeswax wraps.
Yeah, those are really neat. Papa is still sending me pictures. All of his animals. He's so sweet.
Oh.
Like
for the intro?
Yeah, look, this is Papa sending me all the pictures he wants in his little intro. Look at Heidi. Aw, Pops.
Wow. So you're giving stuff away now too.
I'm not giving it all away. I'm just showing. I'm just showing like what he wants me to put his little intro.
Yeah. Beeswax wraps, Brenda, are basically like a reusable saran wrap, but
Yeah.
all natural.
Mm-hmm. It's made with cotton fabric, tree resin, and jojoba oil.
Jojoba oil.
Jojoba oil.
Man, guys, can we just
Don't-
talk about it?
don't.
Can we please talk about it?
Don't.
Listen,
You don't.
Listen.
You're gonna embarrass me.
listen. It's embarrassing, but it's hilarious.
For you, not for you, for me.
Okay, so Steph, well, it's
Now they're
perfect.
gonna go back.
Listen,
they're gonna go back and they're gonna listen
yes,
to it.
and you should,
No.
because you'll get a great laugh.
Please.
But it's funny because we had the whole salve thing at the beginning of this live, right?
Calendula.
Yes. Okay, so sometimes you don't say a word right,
Huh?
right? It's
Yeah.
okay. Everyone says words wrong every now and then. Steph recorded her beeswax wrap video.
Yeah.
And she said in the video, jojoba oil.
Because it looks like jojoba.
Jojoba, right? Because it's J's. Jojoba oil. And then after she finished with the video, she realized that it was actually pronounced, the J was
Jojoba.
yeah, jojoba oil. So then she had to go back and do a voiceover. So she like muted out the part where she said jojoba and she did a voiceover of jojoba. But it's just so funny.
It's so cringe.
If you listen to it,
I'm like talking like normal. I'm like, yep, and here we're gonna use jojoba oil, and it's like this, like totally.
It changes, the pitch changes and everything. It's just like,
And
now we're going to add in the jojoba oil.
Yeah. He was dying laughing.
Oh, man.
So whatever.
Oh, gosh, I love it. I still to this day, anytime she like mispronounces a word or whatever, I just reply with jojoba.
Yeah. Laugh it up. Laugh it
Jojoba. Oh man.
up.
Gosh, I love it.
Jojoba oil is very good for your skin.
Yeah.
You can like basically it's a cosmetic grade, so it's food grade as well as cosmetic grade. And it's just it's not like a hard butter like a almond or mango or coconut or shea. It's none of that. It's just like a liquid, almost like a castor oil, but food safe. So I use that with the pine tree resin mixture and some melted beeswax, and I paint it on the cotton fabric, and then I bake it in the oven. And yeah, I'm looking at that too. Yeah,
people are saying that.
Mm-hmm. So
payback's coming.
Yeah, and then you can use those wraps over and over, and you can wash them like with like soap and everything. So like you can wrap it and it'll keep its form. Like the heat of your hand will like mold it to the tops of a cup or like around a half cut apple. They're really cool. So I will be selling some of those as well.
Yeah.
How much fixing up should you do to sell your house? Oh, yeah. Real estate question. Sure.
We don't get a lot of real estate questions.
We don't get a lot of real estate questions. So Rita, I'm happy to help you here.
Yeah. If you don't know, this is Steph's job. She's a real estate agent.
Yeah, that's also my job. Another hat I wear. So what I would do before you start fixing up anything of your house is I would go online and look in your subdivision houses for sale that are also for sale right now. And you don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to, let's just say every house in your neighborhood has like vinyl flooring or tile flooring or carpet or whatever, and it's like you want to put in marble. No. So you're going to spend way too much money over upgrading. You're never going to get it back. Now, if your carpet is dingy and you've been living there for 10 years like us, got pets maybe, carpet's cheap. So yeah, I mean, fresh paint and fresh carpet, I can tell you right now, I had a client who was using another agent and it was not selling. It was sitting on the market even during like a hot selling time. And I went and she's like, why is it not selling? I was like, I really can't help you because you're using another agent, but if something goes south and you're out of contract, call me and I'll be happy to help you. So she fired her agent and she called me. She said, please help. Went over there, walked through the house, and I said, absolutely, you need new carpet and you need to repaint this
She
house.
said, look at all of these jojoba stains everywhere.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. No. I just said you need just do fresh carpet in these bedrooms and then paint. And I'm not even kidding you. It went under contract in like less than 24 hours. With brand new pictures and fresh set of paint and carpet, your house smells better. So I mean, I would just really look into see what like your neighbors are doing that are trying to sell, and don't over improve your house. That's my soapbox. You're killing me.
I'm killing it.
No,
got all the jojoba jokes.
When Buddy does not show up for the next live, y'all don't. Y'all just turn the other way.
Can't wait to see the family at prom. Yes. Yep. Prom's gonna be cool.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should drive the RV to prom.
Drive the RV to prom.
I feel like it's gonna be a late night.
Weren't we concerned about getting the RV down the driveway at one point or through the gate?
I think if we like turned in our mirrors, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because Lester gets his trailer, his stuff in there.
Yeah. Apparently, I know how to dig a hole too. The jojoba hole. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm over it.
Sleeping on the couch. I'm gonna build a doghouse just for you. Like we don't have a need for a doghouse, but I'm gonna build one. Oh.
Oh, yes.
One eye open.
Yep. What else we got going? Anything?
I don't know. We got a lot. We have a lot.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Fire trucks have gone down the Longhorn Lester driveway. So I guess if they got through the gate, our RV should be okay. We just may have to pull the mirrors in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. Fire engines got there. I think we'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, the barn. Me sleeping in the barn.
Yeah.
Maybe. Enough jojoba jokes.
Yeah.
That's why we made the living space, just in case.
Just for you.
Oh, man. Okay, how many brothers do I have? I have two. I have Levi and Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you don't see Tony very often, if at all, maybe a couple times on my mom's channel, but you all know Levi.
Yeah.
Levi is my youngest brother. Tony is the middle brother. I am the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Promposal. I'm gonna figure something out. I will not have a promposal.
Really?
Yes, I will do something. Because there's just too many messages, too many comments. Where's Buddy's promposal? And like every promposal that's come out since has one-upped the one behind them, and it's just I'm getting to this point where I'm like, what am I going to do? But I will figure something out.
Yeah. I don't think your mom is going to watch this live, and y'all don't say anything to Kim either. But I also think that you should do a promposal for your mom.
Promposal for my mom?
Yeah. I think you should ask her to go to prom too.
Okay. Take two ladies to prom.
Yeah. No pressure or anything. I know it was like...
Now I have to come up with two.
Yeah. And you can... Mine doesn't have to be, but if you want to do something nice for your mom, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Y'all don't tell Kim.
Well, it's on a live now, so I can't not do it.
Even if it's something sweet or like just something simple, I'll help you. Okay. It doesn't have to be super elaborate, but just I think it would be nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
Yep. So y'all have any questions for us? Because we've covered our recent updates. So y'all put something in the comments if you got a question. We'll try to answer it.
Yep. I do live next to my mom. Right next to her.
I'll have to do a little bit of a video on that.
Why? What? Video on what?
Like moving in next to my in-laws.
Oh, yeah. It's different.
It is different. It was a experience.
Yes.
Because you've lived here all your life, so like this is nothing new for you. But for me, it was a little bit of a shock.
We should do a bonus bird cam video. Just a bonus video of like birds from our bird feeder.
Like an ASRM type thing, like just footage of the birds.
Or ASMR.
What did I say?
ASRM.
Oh, that's for my fertility work days.
Jojoba.
ASRM is an actual conference for infertility doctors.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that mixed up.
Steph used to be in the medical field.
Yeah.
What has Steph not done, guys? What has she not done?
I can tell you what I cannot do. Because I get this question all the time. Like, Steph, what can you not do? Do you know the answer? Because I say it all the time.
I'm not even going to say it.
What?
I was
Just whisper.
No. I was going to say pronounce words.
Oh, yeah. I can't fold a fitted sheet.
Oh, folding a fitted sheet.
To save my life.
Yeah. I can fold a fitted sheet. It's just called balling it up in a ball. That's how you fold it.
He does. He just...
Yep. Take it,
shoves
fold it over,
And I can't even be mad about it because I can't do any. I try to do the whole like tuck one corner under the other corner.
Why try when it's going to look exactly the same and it takes me 2 seconds?
I know.
Why even try?
And the kids get in there and they pull down towels and then everything ends up falling and it's just I give up.
Yeah.
One day,
guys' night out by a backyard fire pit, that would be cool. And actually, it's kind of relevant because we were talking about having a fire pit area off of the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be an addition, obviously not something that's going to happen right now, but having an area with a fire pit and some chairs and things outside of the barn. Help Levi do a promposal.
Someone said that up there too, but it came up again, and I thought that'd be nice.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, having a nice little fire pit area, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Nobody can fold fitted sheets.
Good. Thank God.
But you can ball them up. Everyone can ball them up.
Everyone can do that.
That's easy.
Yeah. That's one thing I can't do.
Yeah.
But I did. I used to work in the medical field for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I worked for reproductive endocrinologists, which is just a fancy term for infertility doctors.
Yep.
I did a lot of the business side of stuff, so the HIPAA training and all that. I handled all that.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about stuff. A lot of stuff. What is that? You know a little bit about a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone asked about how we met. We have a live, if you look at our live videos on YouTube, or YouTube and Facebook, if you go to 2 or 4 or 5 back, I don't know, it was one of the earlier ones, right? If you go back.
No one's going to go through all of our lives and watch them all.
Yeah.
But it was on one.
We do talk about it, though.
Yeah.
In detail.
Yeah.
32 years as a medical secretary.
God bless you, Anne.
God bless you.
It's hard.
Steph knows how doctors can be sometimes. Yep. Okay, well, we have hit the hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
Went a little bit over, but thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And
I really appreciate you guys because you really help. Like, honestly, like we've been talking about doing a lot of these things for a long time, especially the barn, and we keep putting it off and making excuses, but it's just without you would not be possible,
Right.
And it's just, we really appreciate you all and the love and the support and, all the shares and everything that you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Helps us tremendously to keep on going and makes me excited about the future. And yeah. So, I mean,
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that's Luna.
Luna's trying to come in.
Luna's like poking her little nose. Luna? Look at, oh, Loons.
Does she have her,
She
has a, what are these called?
a bandana.
A bandana on that says
here.
thankful for my human.
Come here. Come on.
It's her Halloween bandana.
Yeah. She wants it.
Pick her up.
Look, we show her. We show. Can you see?
Oh, there we go.
Here.
Kind of. This is not working. Thankful for my human.
Oh, Laura picked it up today. Was it today? Yesterday.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Oh, I've lost track of time.
Okay, guys. Like Steph said, thank you so much for just everything, for watching us and following us. And we love you guys so much. And we will catch you on the next one.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye, everyone.